So the book that you can see on the screen is the official guide to the TOEFL iBT test. It is the it is actually based on the new version of the test, 2026 version. This is the book. We have had some introductions to the sections already, so we have covered some important points about the reading section, listening, writing, speaking, about the scores that are important. So we have had the overall introduction, and after this, we'll go deeper into each section. For example, in chapter 2 of the book, it covers the reading section, how the tasks are arranged, what tasks are included on the test, and the questions, the reading questions, basic comprehension, inferential questions, what strategies are necessary for reading, and how to take the reading section test. And there are some practice sets as well. Practice set up to 6 practice sets are available on the book. The second section, which is covered in chapter 3, is the listening section. Similar things happen here. We have the task types, the questions, and practice sets. Then there's writing section, and then we have the speaking section. So each of them goes on with detail. And after chapter 5, specifically chapter 6, so there is a real practice test from all the sections that we have on the TOEFL iBT. So it includes the reading, the listening, the writing, and the speaking, and with the answers and the scripts that are available. So that was the content. So we will go based on this book, based on the sections that are covered on this book. It means we first start with the reading, and then step by step we'll go ahead with the other parts. So let's directly go to what we'll face on the reading section. Specifically on the reading section, So chapter 2 of the book, I'll share this book later in your group so you can access to this one, and if you would be able to print it or find the printed version, so that's up to you. It would be much better. So if you remember, we discussed the reading section. Can anyone tell me what we will expect on the reading section? What tasks are included? Just a summary. So, Miss Latifa, you have raised your hand first.
Hello, sir, and hello, everyone. In the reading section, we are expected to do 3 tasks. First one is that we are reading and something that is from some announcement some friendly or some noticing things, some very short paragraph that we have to read that one, and then we will answer to the questions according to that one. This is the first one. The second one was we are expected to read an email, which is also about something announcement like this. We will read that one and we will answer. And the third part is that we read an academic passage. It might be about anything. academic, yeah, then we will answer some questions according to that, yeah, as well.
Okay, great. Anyone else to add? Yes, Miss Firishta.
Okay, teacher. Since our classmates mates mention everything, teacher, suggest I would like to say these things that in a reading section also it expects to it expects to read the academic passage, and then we should answer the question according to the passage, not out of the passage. It would be according that passage that we have studied in a reading section. The question would be like that, I do think.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. So now let's dive into the reading section itself. Is the screen available to everyone? Okay. In the reading section, now we'll cover what are the reading section's tasks and what the question types are, and then how it evaluates the test takers' responses. So basically, as a general, the reading is designed to check or to measure the ability of the test taker to know actually whether the person who is taking the test is able to communicate through reading or not. Is the person able to understand the academic and everyday life contexts or not? Is the test taker able to comprehend or understand the passages, the daily written compositions? So these are the things that we may have in the reading section, and that's the purpose. It evaluates the test taker's ability on understanding academic and everyday life contexts. It also checks the person's comprehension. It also checks the person's analysis of the written information. So these are all part of the goal. So first of all, the text types that we might face on the test. The text types that are on the reading section of the TOEFL iBT ranges from academic textbooks to scientific articles. Okay, they might go to from academic to daily life contexts like emails, schedules, social media posts, and so on. So it can be both academic, it can be daily life topics, daily life passages, daily life texts that we may everyday face. So textbooks, academic articles, or everyday life passages. They are possibly the kind of texts we might face. The next is, which we have already discussed, this adaptive format. The reading section is designed in a way that the question's difficulty will change based on our performance. If the person is able to fully answer all the questions, so the rest of the questions or the questions in the second module will be difficult, or it is getting more difficult. So since it is designed into two modules, the reading section has two modules, the first module and the second module. If the person is answering the questions perfectly on the first module, so the second module will have harder questions. If the person is unable to answer the questions effectively, the second module will get easier, and it shows the test taker's level, the test taker's skill. That's the adaptive format, which we have it on the reading and listening. The next is the number of questions, how many questions we might have on the reading section. Overall, on the first module, approximately there are 35 questions. And on the second module, we may face around 15 questions. And overall or totally, on the reading section, we may have around 50 questions. So 35 questions on the first module and 15 questions on the second module. And overall, 50. The next thing is, when we have this multi-stage adaptive format, it is exactly evaluating the person's reading proficiency by matching questions difficulty to the test taker's skill, okay? Or when it is evaluating the person's ability in reading by changing the level of questions. If the person is able to answer easy questions and can also answer the difficult questions, it means that the person is in a high proficiency level. If the person is unable to answer the difficult questions, it shows that their skill is in intermediate or basic level. So that's why the multi-stage or adaptive format is designed for that one. Now let's get into the types of tasks we might face. The first task is complete the words. Complete the words task on the reading section. In complete the words task, we will face a paragraph, or it gives us a paragraph, and inside the paragraph we may have some missing letters of words. Okay, and this is usually an academic passage, so it's not long, it's short. However, that's an academic passage, and we have to fill out the blank spaces and complete those missing letters that are inside the text. That's the first one. The second is daily life task. In daily life task, we should be able to understand practical everyday texts such as emails, posters, and schedules. They're part of it in a daily life. And the last task is academic discussion, academic passage, reading an academic passage. Here, we should be able to comprehend and understand academic passages and answering the questions. Although it's clear that when we read the passage, we don't need any prior knowledge or background about the topic. So everything is on the reading passage and all the questions are answered through that. So the next thing is, when we have read in daily life and read an academic passage, they're all presented in sets. It means there's not one. They're coming as sets. And each of them will contain different types of questions. And this is a sample of complete the words. Fill in the missing letters in the paragraph. So I'll just give you some seconds. Please read it and complete the words into the blank spaces. Yeah. So, who has completed? No.
Teacher, it was so tough.
Miss. Yep.
Hello everyone, and sir, actually I couldn't find three of them. May I continue?
Yep. Which one did you find?
Okay. So I read it. Okay, just three of them I can. So one that time I can say it. So the Earth's outer shell is divided into several large slabs called tectonic plates. These plates, this one I couldn't understand. Or the semi-fluid mental. I just lost the picture. Yeah, fluid mental benefit them. When plates collapse, they can form a massive mountain range, or also this one I couldn't understand. Powerful earthquakes. The movement is driven by heat from deep inside of the planet's core. This continuous process has shaped the surface of our world for billions of years.
Great. So, who can complete the rest? The first one is divided into several large slabs called tectonic plates. So these plates, anyone else to complete it? Number 2, so person 2. We have Miss Sahar.
Okay. These plates glide over the semi-fluid mantle beneath them. When plates collide, they can form mountains or cause powerful earthquakes. The movement is driven by heat from inside the planet's core. This continuous process has shaped the surface of our world for billions of years. The first one is glide.
Glide.
The second one is beneath.
Very good. Yeah, beneath them.
And the third one is collide.
Yeah, when plates collide.
Yeah, and the third one is mountains.
So
Fifth
here
one
we
is
have
coast.
MAS. Is it mountains?
No. I couldn't understand this one.
Okay. And the next one, mountain ranges or?
Coast.
Great. Cause.
The next one is
The
driven.
movement is? Driven.
Yeah.
From?
Driven inside.
So this blank space. From?
Deep, isn't it?
Excellent. It's deep. From
Yeah.
deep inside the planet's core.
And the last one is surface.
Yeah, this continuous process has shaped the surface of our world for billions of years. Okay, Miss Latifa, will you read once the completed forms?
Okay, sir. The Earth's outer shell is divided into several large slabs, called what, sir?
Tectonic plates?
Tectonic plates, yeah. These plates glide over the semi-fluid mantle beneath them. When plates collide,
Plates.
they can form plates. When plates collide, they can form massive mountains ranges or cause powerful earthquakes. The movement is driven by heat from deep inside the planet's core. This continuous process has shaped the surface of our world for billions of years.
Yeah, that's it. So this is what we have as complete the words. You have seen that there are some missing words inside the text, and you have to complete them by adding letters that are needed. So in each of fill in the blank space or complete the words, we have such kind of missing letters. Now let's see the other explanations. So here, this task actually is at the word level. Okay, what it exactly tests is our vocabulary and word in context. Okay, are we able to fill the missing words based on the context or not? You know that for example, the length of this passage is not too long. It is short, around, for example, 40 to 60 words. So it's short. The thing it tests is our vocabulary and word in context. Are we able to identify the missing letters based on the context of the sentence or not? So the thing is, we have to be careful by somehow reading the first part of the fill in the blank space or complete the word. As soon as we face or we have this task, first read it. Read the first sentence, because the first sentence usually tells the main idea. The main idea. And then we can use that context. We can use the tone of that paragraph, that first sentence, in order to understand the rest of them. Specifically, by reading the first sentence, we have to find out the topic. After finding the topic and the main idea, we will look at the context clues. Pay attention to words and phrases around each incomplete word and consider logical connections and relationships. The next is you can use grammatical knowledge. So that's the next thing. When we mean grammatical knowledge, it means we have to ensure whether the word which is missing is a noun, is a pronoun, is an adjective, adverb, or is it a verb tense? Is it a plural, singular word? So other forms that are related to grammar. So parts of a speech and the grammatical endings. And the next is think about word patterns. When we are on complete the words task, so look out which prefixes are useful and they can be used to complete, which suffixes, the roots, these are all the word patterns. So check them. What is the prefix probably best for that missing part? What suffix is probably the best? Or what root is probably the best? And then, so as we have mentioned, the format, it's not a long passage. It is approximately this range, okay? Often it's shorter, often it is longer. So approximately between these two, 70 to 100 words. With 10 words containing missing letters. First sentence always complete on real tests. So 10 blank spaces simply means 10 questions. Each blank space is considered one question. So each complete the word has got 10 questions, and each of those 10 questions is considered one. Blank space is considered as one question. So both content words like nouns, verbs, adjectives, and the function words, okay, like prepositions, conjunctions, articles, pronouns, they're all the words tested on this part. So be really, really careful about it. So the skills assessed, I already stated that one. Academic vocabulary in context, it's very important because one word in English may have many meanings. So that's why in English it's very important to find the right meaning based on the context. That's the first thing. Academic vocabulary and the word structure, grammatical patterns, as we have had here, those grammatical patterns, like what parts of a speech is probably used inside the blank space, what endings are used. For example, are they es or s, which is for present simple? Are they ending that one? Is it d or ed? Is it comparative forms? So which kind of ending is used? Grammatical pattern. And cross sentence meaning integration. There are some words that they combine the meaning of two ideas or two sentences. So this is another skill. So vocabulary and context, word structure, grammatical pattern, and the meaning integration. They are the skills that are tested on complete the words task. So let's have another one. Now take a look at this one and complete it again. It's another task. The thing is, here, look for parts of a speech, context of the word, are there helpful suffixes and prefixes, and check out the main topic and then use context of the paragraph, the sentence, to choose. So please go ahead. So, who has completed? Yes, Miss Suhaila.
Okay. Can I read it, sir?
Yes, please.
Okay. The Industrial Revolution marked a significant turning point in the global history. It began in Great Britain during the late 18th century and eventually spread to other parts of the world. It seems maybe it would be world before the period, more or most, as I think most. Most goods were uh, manufactured by hand in a small workshop. However, the introduction, am I correct, sir?
Mm-hmm.
The introduction of steam power and new, and I don't know the last one. The last one is cities in search of development. I don't know the MACH and RAP.
Okay, great. Up to here, it was all right. Thank you. Miss Firishta Zahidi.
Okay, sir. Just continue or start first?
So let's see how you complete it from the beginning.
It was as the same of my classmate.
Okay. So just fill the
Yeah.
remaining one.
And okay, the steam power and the new machinery rapidly transformed production methods. Consequently, massive numbers of the people moved from rural areas to growing cities in the search of employment.
Mm-hmm.
Machinery actually, and rapidly, yeah.
Yeah, rapidly. How many? Rapidly. IDLY. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Miss Firishta Natiqi. Yep, you raised hand. Do you want to add how many correct, how many incorrect? Oh, okay, I think her mic is off. So, just everyone share how many of your options were correct and how many incorrect. Okay, just text here. I want to know how many correct, how many incorrect.
Teacher, I do agree with my classmates, and also I am the same of them. Just I don't know the last word, teacher. The last blank space.
So the last one is blank. The last blank space is cities in search of employment.
Sir,
Teacher, you expect.
Sir.
Yep.
In line number four, we have M, A, C, and H. How can I fill this blank space? What do you think?
Machinery.
What does it mean?
Machine.
Machinery?
Yep.
Okay. It's easy. Okay.
Okay. 6 right. So others also share your responses. How many correct and how many incorrect? The right answer, as your classmates said, is the Industrial Revolution marked a significant turning point in global history. The first one is history. It began in Great Britain during, second is during, the late 18th century, and eventually, the third is eventually. The fourth one is world. And then we have before this period, most goods. It is not more, it is most. Goods were manufactured by hand. It's the next one. In small workshops. However, the introduction is the next. Introduction of steam power and new machinery rapidly transformed production methods. Consequently, massive numbers of people moved from rural areas to growing cities in search of employment. Okay. You have not shared. Miss Sahar, Miss Latifa, and we have others here. Okay, Miss Shirin Gul, Miss Sumaya. Let me know how many correct, how many incorrect. Yes, Miss Farishta.
Yeah, teachers. Right now, do you have my voice, teacher? I do think my connection is poor.
Yeah, I have.
That's great. So, okay, so the Industrial Revolution marked a significant turning point in global history. The first one is history. It began in Great Britain during the late 18th century and eventually spread to other parts of the world. Before this period, more goods were manufactured by, hand. In a small workshop, however, the introductionary, yeah, I think introductionary of steam
Introduction.
power, introduction of steam power and new machinery rapidly transformed production method. Consequently, massive number of people moved from rural areas to growing. Teacher, I don't know what was the last one because my connection was poor.
Cities.
And I don't know cities. Yeah, cities in search of employment.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, great. 6 correct. 3 incorrect. Yeah, very good. So, now let's go to the next slide. We have another one. So, please go ahead. Miss Wajiha, you have completed?
Hello and good evening, sir. I think yes, I have completed most of them.
Okay.
Can I read?
Yes, please.
Paleontology is the scientific study that deals with the history of life through the analysis of fossil records. This first involves examining fossils, remains of organisms preserved in rock to understand how ancient life forms evolved and adapted to their surroundings.
Great.
Should I continue, to the end of the.
Yeah, continue. Reading is not that hard, I think.
Sir, because I have lots of cough. Paleontologists also use fossils to learn about ancient environmental conditions. Finding marine fossils in landlocked areas, for example, suggests these regions were very likely underwater once upon a time.
Yeah. Thank you. And Miss Sahar?
Okay. Paleontology is the scientific study that deals with the history of life through the analysis of fossil records. This field involves examining fossils, remains of organisms preserved in rock to understand how ancient life forms evolved and adapted to their surroundings. Paleontologists also use fossils to learn about ancient environmental conditions. Finding marine fossils in landlocked areas, for example, suggests that these regions were very likely underwater once upon a time.
Great. So, has others did the same? Excellent. Yes, Miss Finishta. So everyone can text here how many correct, how many incorrect.
Okay, teacher. So I do think we can pronounce politology as the scientific
Paleontology.
study that.
It is pronounced.
What?
It is pronounced paleontology.
Paleontology. Yeah. Paleontology is the scientific study that deals with the history of life through the analysis of fossil records. This field, as our classmates also mentioned, its field. This field involves
Examining.
examining fossils, remains of organism preserved and rock to understand how ancient life forms evolved, I can say, and adapted to their surrounding. Yeah, teacher. And also, paleontology also use fossil to learn about ancient environment condition, finding, marine fossil in landlocked areas. For example, suggests that these regions were very likely underwater once upon a time. Yeah, teacher.
Yeah, great. Yeah, that's the correct form. So now people who didn't answer, just tell me how many correct, how many incorrect. I think all of them correct. Yeah, great. So 7 correct, 3 incorrect. How much time we have? Look, usually it gives 2 minutes, not more than that, for the whole task. Miss Shirin Gul and Latifa Khaliqyar. it right and 2 incorrect. Okay. Very good. Three incorrect. Okay. Yeah, thank you for your participation. So this is how it works. How they complete the word is in the next session. So we'll have some more practices, okay, on Saturday, and then we'll go ahead with the daily life task. Okay, so for tonight, that's all. And if there would be any questions.